Hello, I'm Sean Green with Sports Night. Beginning with basketball, defending Premier League champions Barbados Lumber Company LSC opened the BABA 2019 season on a winning note, humbling the Hilton Resort Warriors 73-61 at the BCC gym last night. However, prior to that game, the Burger Kings Clapham Bulls, they crushed newcomers City United Celtics by 24 points at the same venue. Newly promoted City United Celtics received a baptism of fire in their top flight in the Premier League against the Clapham Bulls in the blue. Bulls shooting from the left, and that shot didn't work, but shooting from the right surely did. Andrew Eiffel with the floater. City United eager to get going in the big leagues. Jonathan Fitt begging for it, and from under the hole he makes the shot. But Raheem Gibbons will make that look like child's play, dropping a three-point bomb on the City. Fit in the thick of things once again, on the inside once more, one bounce, the reverse layup, and she's in. He had 10 in the game. Sean Paris looking for a friend, stolen away by Selwyn Brooks, and he would look to complete the mission. A miss, but Fit has got his back in the right place at the right time. Busy number 12 with a challenge on his hands. Akeem Marsh well marked, but that's nothing to him. The pump fake and the fadeaway J nails the money shot. Paris again looking around, finds Gibbons, who feeds Keelan Phillips for 2 of his 12 in the game. City knew it was important to keep a player like Marsh under wraps. They obviously did their homework, but what good is marking him if you can't prevent him from scoring? Another fadeaway, another 2 of his 10 points in the match. Tyrone King stern to cash in his check, driving and pulling up for 2 of his 6-point contribution. City continued to have some serious issues at the other end at times. No good fortune for Samuel Boyce, but a good pass to the waiting Eiffel. And he gets it through to Daniel Durant, and it's hook, line, and sinker. But he wasn't satisfied with that. He just had to go and do this. The steal away from his opposite number to land another 2 points for the Bulls. Gibbons receiving a pass, taking a 3 and nailing a 3. He had a game-high 20 for the Bulls. Here he is again, now finding Marsh. Now it's his turn to shoot from the 3-point mark, and he does it with precision, taking the first half 47-30. The second half started well for the Bulls. Phillips just allowed to dash through the City defense on his way to the hoop. City too had their moments. The ball finding Selwyn Brooks, and his jumper is good. But it was hard to keep this man Marsh out of the game, and once he gets space, he's going to use it, and he does to good effect as the Bulls went on to win 85-61. Well, the Barbados delegation to the Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi has encountered a bit of a setback. Now, star athlete Tyson Brown, who won gold medals in the 400 and 800 meters as well as in the 4x1 meter relays at the last World Games, will not be allowed to compete in those events at the ongoing games. Now, Dr. Sharon Marshall is with the team in the United Arab Emirates, and she filed this report.
Head coach Roger Dial only learned after arriving in Abu Dhabi that sponsored teams won't be allowed to take part in these events. The Barbados team was sponsored by the Abu Dhabi Local Organizing Committee and Digicel. Dial has had to change course in his strategy for the athletes. Brown had been entered in the 400 meters and the 800 meters and was hoping to repeat his winning ways in these events. Instead, he'll have to do his best in the 100 meters and 200 meter races. The team put aside this disappointment to enjoy the opening ceremony of the World Games at the Sheikh Zayed Sports City Stadium in Abu Dhabi on Thursday. The other athletes in the Barbados team are Abigail Mears, Akintunde Hall, and Tiffany Branch. Abigail is entered in the 100 meters and the 200 meters. Her personal best is 13.5 seconds in the 100 meters. Akintunde also has a personal best of 13.5 seconds in the 100 meters, while Tiffany's personal best in this event is 15.5 seconds. Barbados is one of 190 countries represented at the Games. Sharon Marshall, CBC Sports.
Well, despite that setback, Barbados still won 2 gold medals in the female division of the 200-meter races, with Abigail Mears running 26.25 seconds in the FO1 female final and Tiffany Branch clocking 34.95 seconds in the FO3 category. Well, 2 regional legal academics have given researchers and attorneys an additional resource to help deal with sporting cases in the Caribbean. A new publication entitled Commonwealth Caribbean Sports Law, co-authored by Dr. Jason Haynes of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Trinidad and Tobago's J. Tyrone Marcus. The book was launched recently, and the project, which started 2 years ago, highlighted the major issue with governance of sports in the Caribbean.
We were particularly disconcerted by the fact that there were a number of deficiencies within the context of not only the literature on sport, but also the practice and administration of sport. And we felt that we could perhaps make a contribution toward the development of sport and the law in the region. For us, sport in its myriad forms is much more than a favorite pastime. We see sport as really and truly an indicia of our West Indianness, as we describe it in the text. We consider that beyond its aesthetic appeal, that sport is a powerful unifying force against a number of things, but particularly so the vestiges of insularity and economic, social, political disenfranchisement, which has characterized our region in years past and even at present.
Well, while receiving praise for the publication, Mr. Marcus says it was not done for credit.
We know what it's like to fight for credit. We see what it looks like in our region. And Jason and I have just had to learn, man, let's just get down to work, you know? I mean, if we get some credit as a result of it, great, but it really is about us buckling down and serving our region together. And this is what we want to be able to continue doing.
An attorney at law and cricket commentator Donna Simmons says she's impressed with the product.
It does mention a number of precedent cases that I think we should pay attention to. And it will, I believe, force organizations to understand and realize that it's not just anymore that executive that we have in place, and it's not anymore that executive says this is what happens, that there needs to be a far more inclusive approach, that there needs to be a collaboration between the ruling body and the persons who are performing their sport or playing their sport and part of your organization. And I think that this will be an extremely useful tool for those persons who run sport, the governing bodies, and also clubs